Good morning. My name is Jasmine Harvey, Student Engagement Specialist here at Mississippi Public Broadcasting. On behalf of the Education Department, we would like to welcome you all to Workforce Wednesday. We would love to know who's joining us today, so please use the chat feature to let us know who you are and what organization you represent. You may also use the chat feature to ask any questions. Before I introduce our guest speakers, I want to give a quick overview of our workforce initiative. In 2018, MPB received a 2-year grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to create a workforce development initiative. Our initiative, Getting to Work Mississippi, focuses on advancing education and career readiness. We work with partners to assess challenges and opportunities and produce videos focused on career pathways and the essential skills needed to be successful. We highlighted careers in these 5 key industry sectors: energy, manufacturing, healthcare, information technology, and logistics. Through this initiative, we learned not only are students not fully aware of career paths available to them, but they are also lacking those necessary soft skills to be successful. So we produced a fun soft skills video series addressing the do's and don'ts in the workplace. Also out of our initiative, Workforce Wednesday was born. These meetings are hosted every third Wednesday of the month, and we are glad you all have joined us today. All the videos and registration for Workforce Wednesday are available on our website at education.npbonline.org. And don't worry, I will add the website to the chat feature. Now it's time to introduce our guest speakers. Today's guest speakers are Kevin Bishop, which is the Deputy Administration of Workforce Development, and Ms. Faye Culpepper, which is Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services Director of Project Search Mississippi. Faye Culpepper has worked for the Department of Rehabilitation Services for the last 7 years. She currently serves as the agency's director over Project Search Mississippi, which has 13 Project Search sites in the state, 12 healthcare, and 1 manufacturing. Ms. Culpepper graduated from Belhaven University in 1986 with a Bachelor of Therapeutic Recreation. She is also a graduate of the Certified Public Managers Program. Her work experience includes various jobs in the state government. She worked at the Department of Mental Health for 27 years. During her tenure there, she served as the director of several group homes and supervised living programs and worked as an employment and family support specialist. She worked with the Intellectual Disability and Developmental Disability Waiver Services and served as the director of the Intellectual Disability and Developmental Disability Waiver Service at South Mississippi Regional Center on the Gulf Coast during her last year of employment there. As we welcome our guest speakers for today, to start the program, we will have Bishop, who will come forth and talk about Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services programs, as well as he will turn it over to Faye Culpepper, who will introduce Project Search Mississippi.
Jasmine, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to come today and speak about our agency and what we do around the state with people with disabilities. Good morning. My name is Kevin Bishop. As Jasmine said, I am the Deputy Administrator of Workforce Development for the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. It's kind of a mouthful sometimes. I have had the pleasure of working with MDRS for over 30 years now. Most of my experiences is within the VR program, the Vocational Rehabilitation Programs, which I will discuss in just a second. MDRS is a state agency with just over 900 employees. And we serve around 100,000 individuals in the state who have disabilities. Mississippi, we do this through our 4 major programs that we have. And the first program I want to talk about is our Disability Determination Services, DDS. And if you've ever heard anyone who is getting a disability check, those individuals' cases go through our agency, and we service about 80,000 individuals each year in these services. The next program I want to talk about is the Office of Special Disabilities Program, OSDP. And OSDP is a program that works with individuals who have long-term, who need long-term care needs, and they are eligible for long-term care or nursing home activities. But with our program with OSDP, we are able to actually keep these people from going into a nursing home and actually spending their time at home. We're able to spend dollars to do home modifications so these individuals can be at home. And what we have learned through the years is we are saving the government and saving taxpayers about $50,000 a year per person per year, keeping individuals at home instead of being served in a nursing home or long-term care unit. Our next programs are two programs that really kind of go hand in hand. There are vocational programs, and this is where my experience with MDRS has been throughout my career. Vocational rehabilitation and the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation for the Blind. And the focus here is to help individuals with disabilities to go to work. We do this in several different ways. We're able to help individuals go to college, go to training programs. We're able to help with medical procedures costs, anything that will help that individual either stay in their employment or find employment. This is a program that's over 100 years old nationwide. It is a very successful program, and we definitely want to just get the word out there that we're here and we want to help everybody we can. Talking about costs with OSDP, we have some cost-effective data here as well. So every state dollar that is spent in serving someone in vocational rehabilitation, we actually bring back $2.60. So every dollar we spend, we give that dollar back to the government, and then on top of that, we give $1.60 back. So $2.60 return on the services that we provide. This is cost-effective services here. These are individuals who want to work, need to go to work, and we are using tax dollars to get them to work, but we're putting that money back into the system. So it's an excellent program, and we serve in this area. We're serving about 15,000 individuals a year from ages 14 and up. And we serve all disabilities across the board, physical, mental, intellectual disabled. So we will work with just about anybody with a disability. One of the programs that we are very excited about is our Project Search. And that's what we're here to kind of talk about today is Project Search. Now, Project Search started, and I'm not sure what we're going to see at the slides, but Project Search started in Ohio years ago. And now it is an international program. And then we got caught up in this about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And it's been very successful. And I believe there are 13 sites currently. We started with 1, we moved to 5, and now we're at 13 sites around the state. And I'm going to introduce Faye Culpepper, who is the director of Project Search. And Faye's going to talk about where we're currently at, who we're serving, and the success rate that we have with this program. It has been very exciting, and I've been excited to be a part of this. So, Faye, let me hand this over to you.
Thanks, Kevin, and thank you guys for having me this morning. Like he said, Project Search started in Cincinnati Children's Hospital back in 1996. Aaron Riley was the director of emergency services and noticed that they were serving people with disabilities, but they were not employing people with disabilities. So she decided to reach out to the special education department in Cincinnati, and they actually put this program together because she knew that the entry-level jobs like stocking and cleaning, this would be a population that could certainly do that. Project Search has grown from the original 1 program in Cincinnati to 600. We're in 48 states and 10 countries. Project Search primary objective is to secure competitive integrated employment for people with disabilities. Project Search is driven by collaboration with many community partners. There's a host business that has to have at least 200 employees and at least 12 internship opportunities. So the host business is our training site. They're not obligated to hire these interns, although we want them to get the best. But again, it's just our training site. Then it's the school districts. We have several that have 1 school district that we will be building more school districts to be involved. And then we have other ones that have 2 and 3. And then you have vocational rehabilitation, MDRS, Mississippi Department of Rehab Services, that's kind of like the leader of these programs. What is Project Search? Project Search is a unique business-led 9-month employment preparation that takes place entirely at the workplace. Up to 12 students with disabilities experience total workplace immersion, classroom instruction, career exploration, and hands-on training through 3 different non-paid worksite rotations. The goal for each participant is competitive employment. To reach that goal, the program provides real-life work experience combined with training in employability and independent living skills to help young people with significant disabilities make successful transition to adult public to a productive life. You will see on this slide that, well, let me start out. Let me say this. It currently works on a school calendar year, starts in August and ends in May. The first 3 weeks is instructional time where you're learning how to be a team player, accepting criticism, navigation around the business or the hospital. And then they start their rotations. Each rotation, as you see on the slide, they go through 3 different non-paid internship opportunities. And during that time, again, they're learning those skills in that department. You'll see on the left of the slide, those are different departments that the interns actually have internship opportunities. You will notice, patient equipment, physical facilities, healthplex, admission, animal lab, materials management, radiology, sterile processing. We actually have a young lady that went through the program, was hired at Baptist Jackson in sterile processing. She is now the lead trainer in sterile processing, making $22 an hour. So she's doing extremely well. The cool thing is it's not just food service and laundry or cleaning. It is occupational therapy. We just had a young man hired as a rehab tech. We have a young lady this year that's going through a PCA certification so she can, become a personal care assistant. At Viking, we are in materials where the intern is actually inputting information in the computer on parts that are defects. And so that where people don't, see that it takes a lot of time of inputting those tickets in the computer. So with the intern doing it, it gives that supervisor more time to go do what she needs to do. Again, those are learning skills for the intern. In Mississippi, we have nearly 100 that have graduated since 2018. 57 of those individuals are now employed. We've got 5 that are participating in paid internship, which will lead to employment. And of course, the other ones, we're still busy looking for jobs out in the community. So the host business, let me just go back on that real quick. Again, they're not obligated to hire, but the benefits for the business is this: access to a new, diverse talent stream with skills that match labor needs, interns and employees with disabilities who serve as role models for the customer, access to demographic or economy with intense buying power. People with disabilities represent one of the fastest growing market segments in the United States. Increased regional and national recognition through marketing of this unique program, increased performance and retention in high turnover entry-level positions. I would like to just share with you some comments made from several of the host businesses. While the interns are gathering marketable and transferable skills to improve their ability to secure meaningful employment, the host business is learning how to work with people with types of abilities. The interns have a safe space to fail, learn, and grow while experiencing many typical job situations. At the host site, we gain as much or more than the interns that have gone through this program. We have learned that there are different ways to accomplish a task, that communication is more than just words we say, and instructions we provide, and that everyone brings value. It's improving our culture and bringing life to our inclusive journey. I will leave you with this. Not every business can be a host site. but every business can hire a graduate. If you're looking for a great candidate, find a project search. Everyone can work. Thank you.
Thank you, Faye, for telling us about this wonderful service here that we have in Mississippi and learning of its longevity. That is speaks well of the program in and of itself. We do have some questions on the table for you because this program, I think, one of the goals that you guys are trying to do is to connect schools and get employees to participate with you. Is that right?
Correct.
So can you talk a little bit about how students are selected or for this particular program that you all have?
Sure. The students have to be 18 to 20 to 21. They have to be in their last year of their senior year. They have to have met all their school credits. We really reach out. We really depend on the school and the teachers to help us select these interns. They do have to go through an interview process and an assessment process. And then the team that chooses these interns or a representative from the host business, a representative from the school district, and also the instructor, and then, of course, MDRS.
Okay, so the schools is really maybe on a teacher or a principal or a counselor to say, hey, I have this student in my school, in my class, who will work, who this program might fit or might work for, right?
Right. We also go out and do transitional fairs. We also do a parent informational time where we, if someone, the school may have 20 that, may be interested in this program, we would definitely come out and do a presentation on Project Search. We also let the host business go with us in case the parents have any questions or concerns about the intern actually going to the site. Once they're selected for Project Search, it runs on a school calendar year, but they're actually at the host business every day, Monday through Friday. We have the same holidays as the school, runs on the school, same schedule, but it is a work program. And so, we let them know that they're not going back to school, that we're getting them ready for work.
Yes, and so it is a work program, but there is some instructional time built in as well. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Project Search provides a curriculum for the instructor. And so it is the first 3 weeks, like I said, is instructional time. And then when they start their internship, they get there at 8:30. It's 8:30. They spend 45 minutes in the training room just to kind of prepare for the day. Then they go out for their internship sites for 4 hours. And then they come back to the training room for about 45 minutes just to kind of debrief, talk about how their day go, what did they learn, what are they working on, what are their struggles, to prepare for the next day. And then after that first 10 weeks, they have a transition week where they're interviewing for their next internship opportunity.
Great. Now I want you to talk a little bit more in depth about the employers. How do you seek the employers? What type of employers are you looking for to partner with to help the students in this program?
We, we have 12 healthcare sites and one manufacturer, but we want to reach out to hospitality. We want to reach out to more manufacturers, that are out there that need these workers. We do a lot of talks in the community. We go to the Exchange Club. We talk to Rotary clubs. We've even spoken at the Lions Club. Any opportunity we get to talk about Project Search. And we also want to know the skills that the business needs for somebody to have, so we can kind of match in the Project Search program a department that has those similar skills so that intern can learn those skills. Because not every, again, the hospital or the host business is not obligated to hire. It's a training site, but also they can't hire everyone, as well. So we want businesses in the community to know what's going on, and we need to know what skills Faye would need to go to work for their business.
That is great. So this is really a genuine connection where you're connecting, helping the employer fill a gap where they may need a skill and helping the student at the same time. That's absolutely great.
Yes.
Yes. So I think Kevin wanted to have some more, something he wanted to add. So Kevin, I'm going to add you back to the spotlight and let you have it.
Well, I was just going to say, you saw phase information up there. If you've got any additional questions, if you've got any thoughts, or, a business, or if you're a school that's interested in this, please reach out. We are interested, like Faye said, we're interested in talking to any school. We're definitely looking at expanding what we're doing. We've done 12 sites with partnering with hospitals or medical centers around the state. This past year, or now actually this year, we've started with Viking Manufacturing in Greenwood. So we have a manufacturing site. We'd like to expand that to do more. And Project Search also allows us, the main gist has been working with seniors in their last year, of course, but they allow us to do adults too. So we're looking and trying to roll around how to do an adult site of this same magnitude, of where we can, these individuals who are going to have a harder time finding employment, if we can partner with a business, a manufacturing business like a Viking, and do an adult site as well. So we've got big plans for this. This has been an exciting project. I know it sounds maybe it doesn't sound as exciting when we've had 100 come through and 57 have gone to work, but these are individuals that would have a major hard time finding jobs. It's almost like hand-holding an individual to find that right job for them. But we're able to do it on a bigger scale than we've done in the past by partnering with the hospitals or with businesses. So we're very excited about this. If you will go online to MDRS or go to YouTube, you can see some success stories that we've had with this. We have a lot of success stories about across our agency, but there are those about Project Search as well. Our executive director, when he gets out and gets to speaking, he talks about we went to a graduation, and what happens is these students go through this their entire senior year. And so at the end of that, we do a graduation, and it is a big deal. The hospitals and the employers have been very gracious to make this a very exciting celebration for these students. So we do a graduation for them. And this last year, we had someone at Baptist Hospital, a student who has autism, very shy, wouldn't speak to anybody, would look down at his feet the entire time when he walked around. He didn't look at people in the eyes. But by the end of the year, at graduation, the job coaches that were there had each of the students get up and tell a little bit about their year. And this student got up and was like, "Good morning. How is everyone?" Looking at the crowd, and just was very excited. And that's what this project, the impact it has on the student as well. It gives them real life experience. It puts them in a real life opportunity for them to meet people and just see what working is like. But internally for them, it's been huge, and we've been very excited about that. But if you'll check those stories out on YouTube, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our website is www.mdrs.ms.gov. And if you ever have any questions, you come up with a situation, you can always call us at our 800 number, 1-800-443-1000.
Thank you, Kevin. We have seen some of that information is being put in the chat now. We do have a couple of more questions from our guests who are on with us. The first one is this program connected to any schools in Mississippi? And I think it is, but are there any particular schools that you can let us know where this is already happening?
Yep. Go ahead, Faye.
Yes, it's also on the slide. It shows the map of Mississippi, and then to the side of it is where we're actually in.
Yes,
right here on the right, it'll show you all the school districts that are currently participating in Project Search. And I've already met with several other school districts that we are looking for 22-23 to get a program from them going.
Absolutely wonderful. And so more schools, if your school, I see some representatives from schools on here. So if your school wanted to get hooked up, contact these lovely people about this service, and you can get hooked up. Any employers on here. I see we have military representatives on here. There's just lots of opportunities with this. And I love what you said, Kevin, and how you all are looking to extend to the adults in our state. I think that would just be wonderful. There's another question here. It says sometimes there are students who may not be able to pass a certification, but have shown how to complete a task, can do an exceptional job. Is there any focus here for that type of student?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Either one of you can take that question.
We have students, of course, you know that these students normally would graduate with their certificate, although we do have students that have graduated with a diploma, but like Kevin said, they fall in the autism spectrum. So there's some social, some adaptive skills that they need to improve on. So it just depends on the person, but they also have to be eligible for voc rehab. So that's, I didn't say that, and that was my fault. So they have to be eligible for vocational rehabilitation services.
What is
that? That is correct.
I may have missed it. What is that eligibility? What does that consist of?
Well, they would have to meet with our counselor. Just having a disability doesn't automatically make you eligible. The disability has to affect certain things, have functional limitations, functional capacities. So all the school districts should have a vocational rehabilitation counselor assigned to them, and they can meet with those counselors. They can present the students, and the counselors would work with the schools and determine who is actually eligible for VR services.
Great. Are those counselors listed on your website as well, Kevin?
Yes, there's actually a map on our website. It's a locator. So if you're in Tupelo, you can go to the Tupelo area. It will show you the district. It'll show you the phone numbers to reach out to individuals.
Okay. And then there's a question here that asks if an organization has 100 employees, can they still participate in Project Search?
We would really need to look at that business. I'm not going to say no. The main thing too that they look for is the internship opportunities, because we don't want interns together. We want them to have it, enough where they all can be in their own internship site. But we would definitely want to talk.
Okay.
Well, and I'd also add to that even though it may not be a Project Search site, we are doing other things through Voc Rehab and our business development offices where we're partnering with businesses. And I'll just bring up Sephora. And I think most know Sephora. There's a distribution center in Olive Branch. And if you go to our website or go to YouTube and look at success stories, I know there's a couple of success stories with Sephora, but this is not a Project Search site. This is a direct partnership between vocational rehabilitation and Sephora, where we're bringing individuals into our community rehab program, Ability Works, there in Olive Branch, training those individuals to do particular jobs within Sephora, and then putting them on site at Sephora to do those jobs. And Sephora will continue that training, and then they hire those individuals. So we can do that with large corporation. We can do that with a small business as well. So there are other opportunities that can be taken.
Great. Well, I don't see any other questions in the chat. This has been great information about Project Search Mississippi, Kevin and Faye. We really appreciate you all coming on, talking to us about this program that really offers new opportunities for a population and individuals who may, not, like you've said, Kevin, otherwise have this opportunity. So kudos to you. Any way that we can continue to support and get the word out, just let us know. I'm sure you have some listeners here today who may be reaching out, and certainly some schools as well. So thank you very much for being with us today. If you have any further questions, please take advantage of the information that has been put in the chat in terms of contacting Kevin Bishop or Faye Culpepper at the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. Thank you all very much. And I'm going to turn it over, and stay tuned for some door prizes and announcements.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Almost afternoon. We're 1 minute towards that afternoon mark, but we wanted to thank you all for joining us with this great giveaway. So everybody who comes in, who participates in Workforce Wednesday, is automatically entered in to win one of these great door prizes today. Today, my door prize consists of an awesome American Graduate MPV lunch bag. You'll get the coordinating water bottle, as well as a soup mug, a cutlery kit, and some awesome little extras there as well. So with no further ado, let's just go ahead and get these prizes going. So now it's prize time. We're going to pull out our prize wheel, and I'm going to ask my assistant Jasmine to spin that wheel for me, and she's going to spin it, and we're going to see who's going to win our first door prize. Priscilla Burks, you are door prize winner number 1. I want to thank you so much for entering in. I will be getting that door prize out to you. All you have to do is send me your mailing address to my email. That's going to be shown at the end of the door prizes, but that's going to be jermaine.flood@mpbonline.org. Now it's time for our second door prize winner. You're welcome, Priscilla. I see you down there in the chat. Second door prize winner. Let's get that wheel spun, Jasmine. Let's see who it is. Herring, you are door prize winner number 2. Congratulations to you. I hope you like that lunch bag. Make sure you get that mailing address to me. And now for door prize number 3. Come on, Jasmine, spin the wheel. Harold Netto won door prize number 3. Harold, congratulations to you. I hope that you enjoy this great door prize from us here at Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Again, all of those who won door prizes today, make sure you send that mailing address to me. My email is going to be Jermaine, GERMAINE.flood, FLOOD, @mpbonline.org. Congratulations again to all of our door prize winners. We just love you so much. We got to give you something every time you come on. Now it's time for our announcements. This will give you a little bit put you in the know of what you can expect from us in the short coming up time. Coming up for us student council, we are looking to add student leaders to our student council. They will become that new MPB student council. So the deadline to complete an application for this is going to be September 24th. For more details, you can email Jasmine. That's jasmine.harvey, HARVEY, @mpbonline.org. We'd love to have them, so send them our way. And if you have not listened to our education podcast, Chalkboard Chat, make sure you tune into the most recent episode that is featuring the Mississippi ABLE program and the Mississippi ABLE Age Adjustment Act. The guest on that episode is David McRae, State Treasurer of Mississippi, and Chris Howard, Executive Director of Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. So you can get even more information about MDRS here on this episode of Chalkboard Chat, a great education podcast. I hope you all join in to listen to that as well. And our next Workforce Wednesday is coming up. We want you to join us again. We love it. We love it when you come and join us for Workforce Wednesday. So that is going to be October 20th of this year. And if you've ever missed one of our Workforce Wednesdays, do not worry. They are all available on our website. That's gettingtowork.mpbonline.org. And then to stay abreast of the happenings in our MPB Education Services Department, make sure you sign up for our monthly MPB Education newsletter. It has great little tidbits, great little things. Every time I get it, I read it. So sign up for that. You're going to love that coming to your email. Some great stuff in there that keeps you abreast of what we have going on from MPB Education. And then make sure you visit us on our social media handles. We are out there, y'all, so y'all can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, that's going to be MPB Education or MPB_education, and you can find us online at education.mpbonline.org. Thank you all for joining us today. We have had a great time with you all, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, y'all.